So, let's start. Okay, guys. Good afternoon again. Good morning. Good morning. So, last time we discussed our example for our variables parables atong mga activity. So, right now we will be discussing another method of solving first order, first degree differential equations. And that is called homogeneous differential equation. So, what is the difference of homogeneous differential equation to our variable separable differential equation? What's the difference? So, the homogeneous differential equation is still using the general form that variable separable used, which is the m of x dx plus n of y dy equals 0. So, in general form, pariha gyapon ang gigamit nila. So, meaning, ang imuhang given problem, pariha. The differences lang nila is, in homogeneous differential equation, the degree of m term is equal to the degree of n term. While in the variable separable are basically just the separation by arranging the given differential equation. So, in homogeneous differential equation, you will have two means of solving your given differential equation. Is either you use the homo in y or homogeneous in x. So, sure, what is that? So, let's try. Okay. So, first, let's see our given. So, our given is 6x squared minus 7y squared, okay, dx minus 14xy dy equals 0. So, okay. So, let's focus here first. Okay. My question here, okay, guys? My question, can we do variable separable in this given equation? So, pwede ba natong ma-variable separable na siya? Try daw. Kung ma-variable separable na to, unsa may pwede natong i-divide? Any suggestions? Did you hear me, guys? Ronnie, John, Clarice, Dan, Isel, Esel.
Putol-putol ka, sir. Di ko katunog tarong, sir.
Putol-putol ko?
Isod signal, sir.
Okay. So,
Putol-putol ka, sir.
Mo ba?
Putol-putol ka, sir.
Okay. So, sa amin natin eh. Okay. So, kaya, klaro na? Yapon. Yapon? Hinay yapon?
Yes, sir. Name picture ag screen ako kalit, sir.
Why? Okay. So, I will just continue for a reason nga para ma-record nato ni siya. Okay? And I will send it to you later on. So, right now, so we have the given differential equation, and if this given differential equation cannot be separated, so do you have any idea? So, what will be using in order for this to be separated? Pwede ba ni ma-separate? Any idea? If you use variable separable, what will we use for this one? So, what is not intended here in this part? 14xy dy. So, are you still there? Okay. So, Rai, so do you think that we could separate this one?
Yes, sir.
So, for this part, So, unsa may not intended for this term?
14x.
So, 14x. So, let's try to have 14x here. Okay. In the other side,
7y squared.
7y squared. So, okay, let's just say 7y squared. So, but again, remember that when you multiply this one, that is different, diba? So, let's try. So, let's transform this one, dx. So, 6x squared dx. Okay, this is not multiplied man sila duha, minus man na. So, minus 7y squared dx, right? Minus 14xy dy equals 0. So, if we want to divide this one with 7y squared of dx, so what will happen? So, obviously, we will be dividing this whole terms of 7y squared times 14x, then 7y squared 14x, 7y squared 14x. Then let's try to eliminate. So we have your x squared and your x here, your y squared and your y here, your y here and another y, and your x and your x here. So what remains is you have 6x dx over 7 times 14 pila man? 7 times 14. So 7 times 4 times 14, we have 98. So we have 90. We have 98. We have 98 y squared minus dx over 14x minus 14 dy over 98y equals 0. If you could see, in this part, this is okay. All x are arranged. This y or all y is arranged. That is okay. But here, this is dx and this is your y. So therefore, this cannot be used. Dapat, morning.
Sir, kanang naka-screen record ka?
Yes. Bago na akong gamit. Kaya di na pwede tong usa. Okay. So, pang vlogger na ako ang screen recording gamit. Okay. So, from here, when you do this one, you cannot integrate the whole of this if at least one of the part or term is not applicable. So, dili naka-arrange. So, therefore, the whole of it is dili pwede. So, therefore, this is not applicable. So, dapat, when you divide and multiply something, everyone should be separated. That's the rule of variable separable, di ba? Para ma-divide mo. If it happens like this, then your variable separable is not applicable for this given differential equation. So, hindi siya applicable. So, therefore, that's where our homogeneous differential equation enters. So, kung dili siya pwede variable separable, you will use another method which is called homogeneous differential equation. Again, homogeneous differential equation have two means of solving, but it focuses on substitution. Substitution. Sakto na ba? Substitution. Substitution. Okay. Focus in substitution. What will you substitute is like this. If you use your y, so if you want homo na y nag-focus ang substitute, therefore you will use this one. So if you see my this one, you will use, it's either if you use y, it becomes vx or x by. So therefore y, you have vx, or you use x equals vy. So maura na siya timan-an mo, bale ikaw pa dyan magpili kung sa gamitin mo. It's either kini or kini. Then after that, you will derive this one. So in the differential calculus, when you have two variables na i-derive, you will use this one. Derive y, you have dy. Then derive this one, you copy the first, you derive the second, di ba? Plus, because that is multiply, unsay tawag aning rula, lipat na mo ko differential calculus kay di mo ko tag-handle ani. So x, copy the second, derive the first, dv. So in this case also, that is dx equals, copy the first, derive the second, plus copy the second, derive the first. Okay, so this is kini sila. These are the variable, or these are the values that you will be substituting in your given differential equation. So ana nimo magamit si homogeneous differential equation, o dili siya pwede separable. Okay, so let's try our given. So our given is 6x ang sa to. Let me check. 6x squared minus y squared. Okay. 6x squared minus y squared, 7y squared. 7y squared dx minus 14xy dy equals 0. Let me check again. 6x squared minus 7y squared dx minus 1. Okay, so that is the given. So let's try to solve. So this is 7, guys. So from here, because we cannot separate this one, so let's try homogeneous na substitution. So let's try to use first the y. Okay, y, if you use y, obviously that is vx. Okay, therefore you will use dy equals v dx plus x dv. So if you have that one, simply we'll just substitute this for this y and your dy. So therefore, you just substitute this one, ang y ni mo ani, substitute ni mo na ining mga y nimo sa given differential equation, substitute ra nimo, and ang dy nimo substitute na po nimo. So it's simply homogeneous differential equation is simply substitution. So you just need to know this one. Okay, kung y ka, all the y's will be replaced with vx. Then your dy will be replaced with v dx plus x dv. Okay. So after that, let's substitute. Okay? Substitute na to. Nakasabay pa ba? Before I proceed, kay basin ano ni ay kapuya mo-leave na ko ani, pwede naka mo-leave. Okay? Okay ra? Guys? I want a confirmation I want a confirmation before I proceed. Nga na, Shane? Igo si Honey Shane?
Wala, honey po, sir.
Diba na, joke ra.
Honey, sir.
Diba to? Okay ra? Nakasabay ra ba? Wa pa man pud. Actually, wa pa tayo gibuhat pa. Okay? So, basta homogeneous differential equation, number 1, dili siya pwede ma-separable. Okay? So, meaning, hindi siya pwede ma-separate directly. Number 2, if you decided to use homogeneous differential equation, you decide first if you use y or you use your x. So, at here, we still use your x. Later on, if you still have time, we will use your x. So, y sa ta? Okay, so after that we will just substitute. So now, just substitute. Hilom-hilom si Honey Bite. Busy ni ba? Nani
Leave na to, sir. Napog na, sir.
nanay na misita na po niya. Teka, mamisita ni Honey Bite.
Lagi, sir. Sana all.
Sana all. So if you can see what I'm doing is I'm just substituting your y with this value. Okay, then just put dx. So plainly, homogeneous differential equation is just plain substitution. Nakaano lang ani medyo mataas siya kay i-distribute na pud nimo man. So pero kung dili lang ka malipat, so actually sayon na ning homogeneous, pero kung malipat lagi ka, kung daghan na kakayong tan-awon, ana naka marong ani sa homogeneous kay sa daghan tan-awon makalipat. So x, ang y na to is bx times bx. Tapos ang dy na to is kini v dx okay plus x dv okay equals 0. So after that we'll just simplify. Okay, just simplifying. Okay, so you have 6x squared minus 7. So squared man natin no, so v squared x squared then dx. So iguro tayo simplify. So that is x guys, that is x. Okay, minus, so x so x squared times v squared. So nakay 14 x squared v squared dx, no? Kinitanan kay multiply may multiply nimo ani. So 14 x squared, so may laing x na, so x squared v times b, that is b squared dx. Plus negative negative ni, negative positive negative. So 14x squared naman ni daan times x pa jud, so 14x cube. Okay, then v, then dv equals 0. Okay, nakuha. In the pita, you are just plainly algebra. So just distributing it to the other side. Alam mo palipat sa inyong algebra. So I think kapila na balik-balikan ng algebra ninyo sa inyong high school and senior high, no? So I assume na expert na jud mo anong algebra. So algebra ra ba jud mo usually malipat na? So practice lang gyapon sa algebra. Okay. Mo proceed ko.
Sir, makalipat.
Okay, makalipat. Asa dapat shade? Aning side?
Kaning kuan, sir, for yung right side. Kanang minus 2 tao, minus.
Be careful.
Makalipat.
Be careful ana kay ma-plus na nimo na siya, moabot ka to, nosebleed na ka. Ana naka ma-wrong. So again, change of sign is automatically wrong. Okay, marong na jud ka as you go on. So when you review it, tagsa-tagsaan na siya. Manang, di ba, unsa toy ako ang ano kaninya, suggestion ninyo kanunay, when you solve it per part, one at a time. Ayo paspasa og solve. Okay, the faster you solve it, the longer it takes for you to troubleshoot. Okay? So kini usa lang. Kini na kay for negative. So negative jud na. Negative 14x squared v, tapos times nimo sa v pod. So x squared v squared dx. Negative times negative. So mana, be careful lang jud sa sign. So be attentive with this kining mangingani. So madam, kung mahimo pambutangan yun na bracket or brace para di mo mangalinga. Kaya ang uban ditsura, tapos kini mostly ka sa ipiyatan sa estudyante sa una kung mahatag og mga ingani, for example may inganing result, tapos 4x times bx may ingani nila, tapos ditsura dayon type nila si b dx plus x db. So ang na-multiply ra kini ra, wala ni siya na multiply. So, mana siyang that is wrong. Okay? Ako na, usually, when you substitute values, much better butangin na siya mga bracket or brace or square bracket para sure jud mo na i-distribute din na ninyo. Okay? So, after that, we arrive with this one. So, next thing is to look into unsa may from here, guys, unsa may common nila tanan. Na ba sila common? Kanang kada part, unsa may common nila? Do they have common? Na sila common? Unsay common nila? Unsay common ani, na common ani, na common ani, na common ani?
X squared, sir?
X squared.
Very good. So, x squared, di ba? So, we could divide it with x squared all the sides para again equal lang gihapon ta. Okay, we could divide it all sides by x squared. So, kini 6x squared divided by x squared, that is only 6 na lang, di ba? Then 7b squared over x squared divided by x squared, so mawa na ning x squared. So let me write this one. So kini mawa na ni, kini mawa po ni. So ang mabilin is minus 7b squared dx minus kini obviously mawa po ni, no? So kini makancel out po ni. Kini nay mabilin usa ka nang ibabaw ra ko nato. So kini pagka-cancel na, you have 14v squared dx minus this is also dx. So minus 14 okay, 14x v dv. Okay, so muna siya, no? dv equals 0. So muna siya mabili, no? Then we could distribute dx ani para pwede nato matapo ni siya na kay 6 dx minus 7v squared dx minus 14v squared dx minus 14xv dv equals 0. That is x. So from here, so this part and this part is similar, right? So they are all v squared dx. So we could add this one. So negative, we could add that one. So we have 6 dx minus 7 plus 14, that is 21v squared dx. So i-add ra nato na kay pareha raman sila, di ba? So kinirang kadaghanon nila ang lahi. So minus 14 xv dv equals 0. So after that, we could combine again sila, si dx o dv si dv. So we have 6 minus 21v squared, common na sila, og dx minus 14xv dv equals 0. So what can you observe? What can you observe, guys? From here, we can now do variable separable. But we could this is v, this is dx, so we could divide this one. This is v, so we could divide it by x. So therefore, homogeneous differential equation is a way to simplify the given equation in order for you to apply variable separable. Okay? Kuyawa si homogeneous differential equation, sir. Mubalik yapon mo sa first topic. Yes. Mubalik yapon mo sa first topic. Even I think even other topics ninyo mo abot gyapon mo sa variable separable. Inga na importante si variable separable. So with that case, variable separable is the most common and applicable method of all the methods of first order, first degree differential equation, especially for applications. Sa kanang mga application na problem solving. So variable separable dyan na siya. So from here, in variable separable, obviously we will, in order to eliminate this or arrange this equation, we divide this one with x6 minus 21v squared. Then ani kinanglan mawa si x, so multiply na to siya si x. So therefore you have 6 minus 21v squared times x. So we could cancel it out. So manay variable separable na ta, cancel ni and cancel ni x kung kining x. So we already separate this given differential equation. Okay, so from here you have dx over x minus 14 v dv over 6 minus 21 v squared is equals to 0. So if you could see, this is already all arranged on all variable x with respect to x, and this one is with respect to v. So therefore, if they are already arranged in the rule of variable separable, you can now use integration. So we can now integrate it. So integrating it, we know this is ln. So here, what will we use? So if you could see the numerator, there is a v, and if you see the denominator, it is exactly, if you derive this one, then you will get also v. So therefore, the best method to use in integral calculus is use logarithmic, di ba? Logarithmic. Okay. Du over u man ang logarithmic. So kini, when you derive this one, that becomes your du. So your u is 6. So sa integral calculus, napon may laing method, ha? So please recall na itong integral ninyo. Okay. Nahuman naman to discuss sa uban yung professor po dog na ako. Katong na-under na ako. 6 minus 21v squared. So your dv is equivalent, that is sorry, not v, that is u. Okay, du man na. This is not v. Okay. So your u, that is your u, and your du. Okay. So your du, derivative of 6, that is 0. Derivative of negative 21v squared, that is 2 times negative 21, that is negative 42, no, v dv. So therefore our dv to be substituted is du over negative 42v. Okay, so substitute it to the given. We have equals, okay, equals, you have integral of dx over x minus, you have 14 here, so we can just move the 14 outside. 14 integral 14 is integral of v. What is our du? Du is dv, sorry, that is dv, sorry, that is not du, dv na siya. Dv is du over negative 42v. So over 6 minus 21v squared, that is our u. Okay, so this is our u na siya, u na to na. Okay, so from there you have over u, so equals integral of 0. So From there, we'll have simplify this. So, kapihan sa lang ni nato. So, dx over x minus 14. Let's move out this 42. So, negative times negative becomes positive over 42. 42. Integral, this is 14. 14. Tapos, kining v na to, we have v here. We have v here and our v here to be cancelled. So, from there, you have what remains is du. Ang 42 na to na move outside na nato over u, which is equal to integral of 0. So, from there, we can now use the logarithmic. So, you have ln of x plus 14 over 3. Pila man? Is 14
1 over 3.
1 over 3. Divisible naman sila, no? 1/3, no? So, 1/3 ln of u equals ln of c. Pwede ra na c or ln c. Naara na ninyo dyan. So, after that, so, you can multiply it by 3 or dili. Naara po na ninyo. As long as di mo maglisod later on. So, kini, this is my way para sa akong side ni siya. So, sa inyo ha, pareha ni Carmel or nila Clarice or nila si Shane o si Honey na po ni laing style po ni sila ba. Na po ni sila ilaing style mga tripping sa mathematics. So, mana mag-nosebleed kung mag-check na sa ilaha. Si Denny po, na po na siya laing style. Namoy, kalimot ko tong, kinsa tong classmate ninyo na katong dakuon bitaw na sa pikas tumoy Honey na baji. Si
Itong AMT, sir?
AMT ba daw ito katong tambok kong baji?
Katong gamay, sir.
Dakuon,
Waiting.
katong tumoy ba? Katong
Kato ano lagi, sir, yung pututon.
ba putot ba to? Sure, grabe ha.
Grabe.
Grabe
Di, ano
ha.
naman to eh.
Harsh ka.
Di naman to eh.
Wala naman. Oh. Wala naman siya may enroll ron, no? Wala
Right, pero man to.
Rogo.
Wa bitaw siya, tanaw bitaw ko sa ano, no? Nagtanaw ko kinsay mga nabalik ba. Wala. Fentes ba to? Hindi ito, Fentes. Kalipat ko sa apelido. Okay.
Ay, si
Bro.
Katong tambokon ba?
Kato na sa kilid.
Oo, nasa kilid ka
Kinakiliran.
naman. Oo. Mayo ba yan po to?
Si April.
Oo. Wala siya, nag-enroll ron, no?
Wala, sir.
Oo, matutano ko lang. Wala po siya. Mayo ba yan po to siya? Okay.
Felias, sir. Felias.
Oh, Felias. Oh, Felias. Oh. Sige, padayon ta. Okay, gimultiplyan man ako ng 3. So, nako 3. Sorry. 3 ln of x plus, mawa na ni siya. So, ln of, unsa may u na to? 6, no? Substitute na to. 6 minus 21v squared equals ln equals 3 ln c. So we arrive with this one. So let's recall that one kay mag-clear na ko og screen. Okay, 3 ln x. Okay. So, so man siya ha, kay wala ko'y kanang pang highlight na mag-delete manggod. So wa ko'y choice but to delete tanan jud o puli tagsa ron ta to wa man. So na ko'y 3 ln of x plus ln of 6 minus 21v squared equals 3 ln c. Ingana to siya, no? So after that, I'll just simplify this one. So it becomes x cubed plus ln x, 6 minus 21v squared equals ln c cubed. Okay. from there, we could now simplify it further. So, ln, combine na to. So, kay plus man siya, so multiply x cubed times 6 minus 21 v squared, okay, equals ln c cubed. Okay, so after that, we transpose this one to the other side, so you got exponential, so you have x cubed times 6 minus 21 v squared, okay, equals e raised to the power of ln c cubed, and this gives you 1, and this is 1. Okay, so from there, what remains is x cubed times 6 minus 21 v squared equals c cubed. Okay, so is that the final answer? Yes or no? Sir, general solution na ni sir? Yes or no?
No.
Nga naman, honey. Nga naman. Okay.
Feel ko lang.
Feel ko lang. Feel ko lang na maingon si sir, di pa dyan na siya end. Okay. So, di pa na siya forever. Wa pa forever, honey. Okay. So, if you could notice, okay, if you could notice, we still have our variable v. And we still have two variables, x and v. So therefore, we need to change the v to its corresponding value. Remember that we use, ang gigamit nato sa ato ang homogeneous is y is equal to vx, right? So therefore, we could get our v as, so i-transpose lang nato, so y over x. So makuha nato si y over x, no? So, balihin nato na. So, you will get your v. So, let's just substitute. So, x cubed times 6 minus 21 times v. That is y over x then squared equals c cubed. So, from here, we'll just simplify it. X cubed, isa, nanghaway na akong tudlo. Wala pa ning abot akong gi-order nga stylus pen. So, daghan man ang gastos on online ay. Daghan ming gastos on. Minus 21 x squared, y squared, sorry. 21y squared over x squared, diba? So, y squared over x squared times 21. So, muna na siya. Tapos, equals c cubed. Then, we could distribute the x cubed to this side. So, na kay 6x cubed minus 21 x cubed na 21 x cubed y squared, diba? So divided by, kiniraman ang divided by ran of x squared, no, equals c cubed. From there, if we could see, we could cancel this one and the whole of this. So therefore, we could have 6x cubed minus 21x, no? So nalay mabilin ana, then y squared equals c cubed. So we just let c sub 1 be equal to c cubed. So therefore, we have 6x cubed minus 21 xy squared equals c sub 1. Question, honey, may forever na ba o wala gyapon? Di end na or okay, maano ni ang general solution di pa? Is this the general solution or not yet? Hello? Hello?
Wait lang.
Madagog ko ninyo?
Balang, sir.
Balang, sir. So,
Yes, sir.
okay, so, therefore, this is already our general solution. This is our general solution because our general solution already contains x and y. If you could still remember, our given is composed of x and y. So, the output should also compose of x and y. So, except og makaltas yun na siya. And because this one is not considered general solution because v is not found on your given, right? There's no v in the given. So, therefore, you need to transfer that one so that it could only compose of x and y. Same as our given. Lain po kayo paminaw no, na ang given nato x ug y. Pag answer nato, v na ng output. Yeah? So, that's why, dili pa nato ni siya general solution. Okay? This is our general solution. Sir, question. We use y is equals to vx. What happens, sir, if we use x is equals to vy? So, what happened? So, here, so, let's try to see kung parehas patag answer. 6x cubed minus, okay, nabaylo lang ang x of y nato but still the same c sub 1. Okay, so therefore we have correct answer. But sir, if we use x is equals to vy, is the answer the same? The answer is still the same, but the solution is different. Okay, so obviously kay lahi man i-substitute nimo. So, kung bantay ka, lahi po ni siyang grupo ka. So, lahi po niya ni 6 minus 21b squared. Kini 6b squared minus 7 naman eh. So, kung nakay 6 21b, pero cube man po. So, lahi po siya. So, na po lahing process. Again guys, sa homogeneous differential equation, this is the most common scenario ha. In homogeneous differential equation, you need to be intelligent and wise in choosing whether you use your y or you use your x. As long as you try to solve kanunay, what will happen is makabantay mo sa ingon pa akong professor sa akong professor sa una when I was still as student also. You need to open your third eye, okay? So that pag makakita ka ng equation, okay. Mauna na akong gamitong method. Okay, mauna siyang method. Okay, mauna siyang method. So, before pa daw ka mag-solve, kay bao nakaunsaon mo siya pag-solve. So, you need to open your third eye. Sir, how will we open our third eye? Magpa-albularyo ba, sir? No, you just need to practice solving. Sir, unsa na mo pag-practice? Okay, just look any problem that you could get from any books or any internet resources, try to solve it. And your third eye will open on its own. Okay? So, try to use. I'm just doing also what he said. So, kung ma-open yung third eye, so dali ra siya kayo solve ninyo. Okay. So, again, if you choose the y or the x, mostly sa kanang mga problems, naiusa it's either y or x for a given differential equation, naiusa sa yon, naiusa lisod usually. Naiusa sa yon ang usa lisod. Ngano, ang usa pwede ra siya direct ra na method. Ang usa usually it involves kanang mga identities and mga methods and formulas po sa other topic na discuss. Sa una gali, when I try, di ko kalimot yung final exam na mo to, I think auban giingnan na ako. Pagkakita na ako sa problem number 1, muna gud ako tinuon na to ang 1,000 pages na libro, gisolve gud na mo tanang problem adto para syaro pa jud dili ma-open ako ang third eye. Kung mahimo fourth o fifth eye manggawas kay hapit pila ka libro ang gisolve namo, tanang problem sa libro gisolve jud namo, tanang mangitang libro sulbo namo, sakto ba or di. And then we encountered abigatoon na jud mi, ini pakakita na ako sa problem number 1. Oh, perfect lipaya, yes, naagian ako nig-solve, view kayo, solve na ako, tunga-tunga. My God, lahi man isa akong gitun-an, ang problem ra may parehas ngano ang pag-solve lahi naman. So nilingi ay pag nilingi ay o pareha dai pod ming gihuna-huna. Okay, turn to next page. Laing problem na lang solbon sa nato unya na malangan ta. So again, the same in homogeneous differential equation. Homogeneous differential equation, so dapat wise mo kayo na okay, medyo lisod ni siya para hindi mo waste of time. Nire pag solve nyo tungod dapat hindi na ko kay bound sa isunod ani mo balhin na pod ko sa homogeneous in x kay lisod day ang y. So dapat at first para hindi na ma-waste ang time ninyo. Samot na sa student, di ba? Samot na you are having in your major exam, limited man ang inyong limited man inyong time. So yes, sorry ha. 9 news karon na iming send ako. Layo daw biya ang Denver o Clippers daw ang Denver. So nakalusot ang Denver, grabe na. Okay, sorry. Fan man po ko basketball good, sorry. Okay, so that's how your differential equation for homogeneous differential equation method. Question? Kaya pa or nosebleed
Sir.
na? Kaya pa or nosebleed
Sir.
na? Okay.
Di ba pwede sir, ang final answer ikato na lang lnx plus 1/3 plus nga na dito sir.
Kining
Ay sir,
mga
o kanang nga na o ana ra bitaw sir, katong ganiya before ni mo gi-clear ang frame.
Di pa to siya pwede for A, so napa po siya yung B. Napa siya yung B.
Okay.
Napa siya yung V man. Napa siya yung V. Di pa to siya pwede.
Tignaon na ako, asa ko malipat ron.
Practice dyan ng logarithmic, practice ng algebra. Actually guys, sa ubang mga ma-under na ako, kay bomong ko nakasabot mo, ang problema ninyo, ang di man ang subject na ako, ang problema na ako is either your before subject or the most biggest problem ninyo is your algebra manggod. Di manggod problema ako ang subject, kay makita man ko, okay, kay bomong mo integrate, kay bomong mo derive, may problema. Makakuha man mo, ang problema ninyo sa algebra ninyo, ang pag-multiply sa negative, may mong positive, ang pag-substitute, di masubstitute tanan, mamay problema, ang i-cancel, di makancel, pag-cancel ninyo, mapabilin gyapon, mamay mathematic na ako na inyong commonly errors. Pero with regards sa katong mga i-discuss natin, kaya man, ang kabantay mo, ang marong radyo ninyo, kapila na dyan ko check sa katong mga na-under na ako, and common dyan, is ang inyong algebra dyan. So practice your algebra more. So grabe dyan kagamit si algebra, mabito ng kamitan ng maestro, sig ning sakag kilay pati mata nganong nawa si algebra sa engineering. Okay, so manang kung naamoy mga kiila ingna dyan sila paton adjog taman og algebra sa high school pa lang og senior high, dili sa uyab-uyab ng high school og senior high paton kung gusto mag engineering paton og algebra dyan. Okay, gamit yung kasi algebra. Okay? Other questions?
Kaya ano sir, ako gyapon. Sir.
Okay.
Kanang man jung ilabtan man jud na si 0 sir aron may mug C. Kapag iano na day na siya, may imuog plus C sir.
Ha? Anong himuon? Mao na
Di ba sir kanang integrate ninyo kay apilon man na nimo integrate si 0 sir aron may mo siya C. Kapag
okay.
may mo day siya plus C sir.
Okay, plus C. Kung i-fix na mo ng plus C, malahi ang answer niya nga, no? Okay, kung mo actually pwede man siya, pero pag later on when you substitute na, like for example, si C cube, kung you want to go eliminate the arbitrary constant, kung magsira ka dayon, you don't know unsay content sa imong C. Okay? So samot na nang pag mag-integrate na kog application. So, ang gusto dyan nimong kwaon ana is ang fixed value ni C sub 1 or unsa na cube ba siya. Kaya again, sa pareha sa style sa katong pag-solution namo, diba? Nagpakita ko sa last meeting, solution nako, lahi ang arbitrary constant nako, ang kang Carmel lahi pod, ang kang kang Clarice lahi pod ang arbitrary constant niya. So but we arrive at the same answer. So mo ni giingon ako na kung moingon ako assume nako okay C, but when I apply, so siguro sa aning dapita okay ra siya, di siya kayo ma-fail. Pero kung i-apply nimo na sa application, dako kayong factor na siya. So gamay na glitches na siya, dili na sakto ang output sa imuhang sa imuhang tawag na, sa imuhang application. Magama ka kung mag-mixture ka og for example, mag-mixture ka og ice cream. So para magama na para maka-design ang usa ka mechanical engineer sa usa ka tangke nila na i-mixture na nila para sure jud na kanang timplaha karon sa sunod timpla nila parihag lasa, kinahanglan na sila fix na devices na gi-design na nila gamit ang ilahang formula. So differential equation na. So pag major na lang ninyo na na-fix ang mga formula gi-derive daan sa differential equation. So para mapareha siya glasa, magamay lang kag differential sa constant nimo. Pagpalit nimo ng adlaw lahi glasa, pagkasunod semana lahi na pug lasa sa magnolia. Lasa karon sa lasa pagpalit nimo karon semana lasa magnolia, sunod selecta, sunod na himo ng laing lasa na imong sorbetes na atong gawas. So manang nay siya factor na dapat apilon jud nimo siya. Ma-relate ra na ninyo as we go on sa tuang application na, sa problem solving na. Basta, pero dapat yun as much as possible. Jan? Other question? Ang uba na ni, Clarice, Dan. Nakibangutan na Dan, Charlene? Prete?
Sir.
Wa?
Wala, sir.
Wa. Si Dan,
Nasabot na, sir.
si Dan, ang hilig ni Dan kay kanang makasuya, masuya ko sa hobby ni Dan na iyang isda ba? Masuya jud ko matanaw sa iyang mga isda eh.
Malit, sir.
Way kabutangan sa mua ba? May ganahan ako. Tawa, may kabutangan sa mua eh. Yeah. Okay, no more question. So I will end my recording. No more.